Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Insights with Soularis, where I am your host, Jennifer. I'm a tarot reader with over 10 years of experience, and I'm certified in over a dozen healing modalities from sound therapy to Reiki. So I do a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, I am simply a channel of spirit coming and offering messages for those who find me. And as always, I love to start out with that collective message that's reading the week's energy, just so we kind of know what's going on and what's happening with the rest of the week to navigate things a bit easier. And I'm seeing the number 141. So just keep an eye out for that throughout the week. That would be just another confirmation that this collective message is for you. And it's also a number of trying to bring in more harmony and balance within one-on-one relationships. So just kind of keep that in mind, because it does seem like a lot of changes is what I'm hearing is coming up from spirit. Is changes are coming. Okay, and there's going to be a period of time where it's going to seem very chaotic, things are falling apart, and it's going to be uncomfortable. But that's okay, because, right, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. And as we are going through this uncomfortable period of growth, we are going to be going into a new stage of happiness. And now this isn't superficial happiness. This isn't laughing at a funny video on your phone that you're watching. It's finding the actual joy, things that bring you joy that isn't superficial, that actually speaks to your soul. So while it is uncomfortable, just know that everything is for a reason. I know that we say that, and we are moving rather quickly to that new beginning. So if you have been seeing sunflowers, either pigeons or mourning doves is what I'm hearing, or been seeing the numbers 3 and 7 repeating, whether it's 333, 37, or 777, know that this message is specifically for you, okay? Things are going to get a little bit difficult. It's going to get a little bit chaotic. Just keep going, okay? Don't be afraid of what's on the other side of the wall, because it's happiness. It's just going to take a little while to get over there. You're going to have to make some very difficult decisions, especially during this month, that will impact most of your year of 2025. You're going to be closing out a lot of chapters, and this is going to be for the collective, all of 2025, closing out chapters and cycles in order for you to come in to re-find yourself. You're completing a cycle, and we're coming back to a new version of you. So 2025 is going to be a little rough for people as well. We're getting to that end of the year, but we're truly finding in the collective what is important to each one of us individually. We're looking at those deep things and those insecurities and fears that have really kept us from rocking the boat before. So we are in the stage of Aquarius now, which is the rebel, and a lot of things are going to be changing. So this is just saying that as the world is changing, everyone as individual is starting to change as well. So it's okay to be uncomfortable. Growth is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a wonderful thing. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable in order to grow. We have our inner circle, which is our comfort zone. Outside of that, we have the uncomfortable zone, but that is our growth zone. And the final zone of the circle is the danger zone, which we get so far pushed back out of our comfort zone that it actually becomes dangerous to us. So it's like jumping out of a parachute without an airplane. So allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone into that growth zone and prepare, because you're going to have an amazing 2025. There's going to be a lot of changes, but so many opportunities. So don't let the chaos that's coming get you down, because the happiness is going to be there. And so we're going to move over to our caller today, and we have Joe from Colorado. How are you today, Joe?
I'm doing fantastic. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. You are a little bit quiet, but I'll just get a little bit closer.
I can talk a little bit louder.
That works. What kind of questions do you have?
Well, I made a decision to get into teaching and to switch
and I had done all the legwork in the universe, and everything was looking like it was going to populate to where it would be teaching social studies starting in January, and things have kind of petered out. And I'm just wondering if there's any insight into if that's going to pick up and or be available in January, because I'm trying to currently leave my position where I'm working. It's very stressful and not going fantastic right
Okay, it does seem like you're gonna have to use a little bit of your creativity in order to get things moving again. I definitely see that fear coming in with like, hey, this is starting to affect my sleeping patterns and things. Let's see what we have coming up. Um, what I'm feeling is there does seem to be opportunities coming, but I don't see necessarily social studies. So this may be a little bit of a younger group than what you were considering, maybe like preteens or teens teaching them. Um, let's see.
now. It was
Guriya
going to be seventh grade social studies is
seventh
what I was
grade.
going to teach.
Okay, so I see younger students at like elementary kids, but not necessarily seniors or juniors. So between, I would say, junior high to 10th grade sophomores. I Again, I'm not necessarily seeing social studies. I do see a lot of conversations happening, but it feels a little bit more artistic. And but I don't also feel like it's not necessarily art, but something's a bit more artistic. So that could be anywhere from like different types of communication courses or things like that. Just allow yourself to step into a little bit of creativity of how you approach opportunities, because I see a lot of competition around you, and that's kind of hard when you're looking for a new position. But the great thing is that you do have options coming forward, and it does look like you're going to be networking, and that's going to help you find these opportunities. Particularly if you have like a older woman. So I am seeing a woman, not necessarily definitely too old, but older than you. She speaks well. She's very blunt. I'm seeing someone more heavy set. Um, Probably typically have her hair pulled back as well, but she has opportunities that can help you move forward. Um, let's see, what else are we getting here? Yeah, again, I hate giving bad news, right? But we always have our ability to change our path. So I see opportunities for you. They're not necessarily what I want and what you want, or they're not in the period that you want. So I'm not necessarily seeing January. I'm seeing wind and water, so possibly when things are starting to melt a little bit. So we're going into that winter period. So you may have more luck finding something near the end of spring, because I am seeing some difficulties within the near future, within the next few weeks, because there's a lot of competing goals. You think things are going well, and then it comes back and you're like, oh, hey, that position was offered to somebody internally who was trying to move things around. So there's kind of things going on in the background, which I don't like for you. What I want you to know is that don't get defeated, right? Because rejection or not getting what we want, right? That can be really hard on our self esteem. That can be hard to keep going on. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. How do I move forward? So I also see that type of energy. Don't let that energy allow you to get you down too often. It's okay to feel upset when we need to. Emotions are completely okay, but during this time period, you need to step up in your inner strength and continue forward, and that is is how you're gonna get your clarity and get this next position that you want. Um, and as you're going through these stages where we have that competition, we're getting a little bit sad, but we pull ourselves back up and we keep moving on. It does look like possibly something more around world studies. So I guess that does go into social studies a little bit. Or possibly a bit more world studies and history, like world. Oh my gosh, I can't
Yeah,
speak
like
now.
Western civilization,
Yes.
something like a Western. Yeah.
So more cultural things as well seems to be coming up. But again, I'm not seeing necessarily January. I'm seeing water and air, so that melting period. So you may not get necessarily the news that you want before January comes.
Okay. Can I
Let's
ask one more question real quick?
absolutely.
Um, I was involved in a car accident where I was hit by an uninsured driver. Do you feel anything energetically about this settlement coming through? That's a main reason for this change is financial viability and being able to have a career for my family. I have a newborn daughter, and I just got hit by an uninsured driver, and everything is kind of stalled out on that, which has kind of led to the fear aspect of everything that's going on right now.
Okay. Yeah, you're getting a lot of the similar cards coming out. Immediately, what I want you to know is that your focus on your family is what's going to bring the most nurturing abundance. So, as you are caring for your family, try not to let all that anxiety come through, which is, hey, people get anxious. It's going to be okay. It's an uncomfortable situation. But by making sure that your home is still comfortable and safe is going to help bring in more of that positive energy. And so you're not stifling your potential reward. So, what do we have coming on about any type of settlement? Mhm. Yeah, so it does seem like there may be some going back and forth between the insurance companies. There's definitely going to be, hey, possibly you're going to be liable. There's going to be a lot of arguments. You're going to be on the phone a lot. Okay, let me tell me the outcome. Very good, very good. Yeah. So what I am seeing right now, you're going to have your wits about you. And we are running out of time, so I'm gonna come clear this up as quick as possible. Make sure that you read the fine print. Make sure that you keep all of your notes from your insurance company as you're calling, as get everything documented. Get everything documented. You're going to struggle a little bit, but it does seem like there is a favorable outcome. You may not get necessarily a lot. You may not cover everything, but you should get enough of settlement coming where you're getting close to breaking even. So that should at least help that a little bit more. But you have to step into your authority and make sure that you're using your voice in order to get what you want. So write down everything, document calls if you need to, and that will help you move along a bit better. All good?
All good?
All right,
Okay,
sounds
well, thank
good.
you.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right.